Let's
go ahead and start with Ruth Richey with Montgomery County.
Hi, I'm Ruth Richey, Director of Public Information for Montgomery County. I'm so happy to be here today. I see a lot of familiar faces, and so glad to meet Megan finally, because she and the Roanoke Times are my most frequent email companions. I know that the day is not complete unless I get Transparency News and the Roanoke Times synopsis of the news in the morning. And if I don't get those, I know my BlackBerry's not working. I wanted to just kind of go through, first of all, a little bit about our department, and hopefully this will work. We've got a 3-person department. I'm, of course, director, and I handle most of our news media requests, FOIA requests. I work on news releases, citizen surveys. We work on citizen meetings, marketing campaigns, things of that nature. I also have a public information specialist who's sitting in the back here, and he's fairly new with us. He's been doing a fabulous job working on our website, graphic design, social media, and anything else we can talk him into. We're kind of cross-training him to do all of the various functions of our office. I also have a multimedia specialist, and Blacksburg was kind enough to get him trained for us. So if he could come work for us and bring all of his wonderful talent. He videotapes the Board of Supervisors meetings, Christiansburg Town Council. We do that on a contract with the town. School board meetings. We have 2 government cable channels, Comcast and Chantel 190. Chantel was just launched on Tuesday. So if you're a Chantel subscriber, all you would really need to do if you have a late model TV, a digital TV, is to rescan your channels and you can pick up the government channel. And the programming is the same on the 2 channels. We've got, say, Board of Supervisors meetings at 8 a.m., 9 p.m., school board at 1 p.m., and Christiansburg Town Council meetings come on at 5 p.m. In addition, we've got a lot of other videos and a bulletin board with information about news and events and so forth. Let's see, Josh also does other video production, photography, radio public service announcements, and he's also in charge of all the AV equipment in our building. We have a lot of groups that meet in our building, and he'll be the person you'll chat with if you need to use an LCD projector or one of our phones for a meeting. And there we all are. That's Josh up here on the top photo, videotaping one of the members of our Board of Supervisors for our 2013 annual report. And that building in the background is the new AeroPro building that's going up, and I believe that'll be open in the fall. That is a really neat building. It's not just a rectangular industrial type building. They've really done a great job designing the building. Chris and I sat down with one of our county supervisors, Matt Gabriel, and we were kind of going over our website and things that we'd like to do to improve it. One thing I've learned over the years is there's no end to the kinds of things you can improve on to communicate more information, possibly in a different way, or using a different approach. There's always something new on the horizon. One of our oldest methods of communication is our website, MontgomeryCountyVA.gov. It's been around for quite a while. I came to Montgomery County in 2008, and we underwent a redesign in 2009. And we started using a content management system. So this means that all of the various departments and constitutional officers who work for the county, they're responsible for posting their own information. It's a very simple to use system. It's kind of like using Word if you use that. And Chris is laughing because he knows how it works on the back end, and sometimes it gives us a little trouble on the back end and the HTML side. But for the most part, it's what you see is what you get for posting information. Just in the last 12 months, we've had about 2,000 visits. We've had about 1 million visits to the website since it was launched in 2009. Obviously, most of our visitors are from the U.S. and Southwest Virginia, but it's also kind of surprising to learn that people from all over the world are looking at Southwest Virginia. Maybe they're thinking about moving their business here, coming to school here, for whatever reason. We've had visitors from India, the Philippines, Canada, Germany, the United Kingdom, and many, many others. But those had the most visits of the countries that we've noticed. We also have 18 email lists. You can sign up for these lists through our website. If you're interested in receiving information about Board of Supervisors meetings, agendas, what happened at your board meeting, I've got a Board of Supervisors summary that I send out the morning after each board meeting, and then I also tweet during the meeting to let folks know what votes were taken or what the topics are that come up during the meeting. And surprisingly enough, we do have a following for that, especially if we have a member of the news media who happens to be covering something else. They'll be asking me, what about that vote? I couldn't make your meeting, but could you give me a call or email me and tell me about that particular agenda item? We've got about 16,000 citizens signed up for that. And there's just the sign up. So you can see, we've got everything from information about 4-H, emergency services, election and voting news, quite a bit of information that you can receive, and it's really your choice as to what kind of information is of interest to you. Our Twitter account we started in January 2011. I enjoy our Twitter account. It's very topical. I don't have to think a lot about it. I think that it's great for immediate information, but I still think, and maybe I'm showing my age, that there's still a need out there for more explanation of what happens behind the decisions that are made. And Twitter's great for letting you know, the board raised the tax rate last night, but I like to further explain that we raised the tax rate because we're paying for 2 new schools. This is how it affects the average homeowner. So I still think there's room for a little more in-depth explanation, I guess, behind various decisions. And actually, those are all our followers. You might see yourself up in there. So you can see the media follows us pretty closely. And we follow other local governments. A lot of times we'll retweet information to get out the news about things that are going on in our communities. Our Facebook account was started in May 2012, and Chris has really helped us out a lot with this, doing a redesign. This is great for posting pictures and information, and we haven't had too many discussions yet online, which is something we'd like to see more give and take between us and citizens. Basically, we do have a social media policy, and it says, well, anything goes as long as you don't defame or threaten or do something that would be a criminal offense or whatever. If you want to criticize us, you didn't like the way the basketball season happened to run, let us know. Let's start a conversation. We still do publications. I mentioned the supervisor summary. We've got an employee newsletter. We do a lot of other publications. That's our internal newsletter for employees, talking about health news and so forth. I think we understand that we need to communicate with citizens. One of the other things we do as a communications department is we try to communicate with our employees, because they are very important stakeholders in what we do. And we want employees to understand why decisions are made and what their benefits are. And make them feel like they're in the loop, because I think there's nothing worse than having unhappy citizens. They'll undo everything that you try and do in the community if they're not happy with where they work and with their interactions with customers. Channel 190, these are our government channels on Comcast and Chantel. They're on 24/7. We do rebroadcast a number of public meetings. We do videos of parks and recreation, schools, ribbon cuttings. We'll be doing the dedications at the 2 new high schools. And we've got a scrolling bulletin board that will tell what are the county closings for Columbus Day, or what classes can you sign on. And we're really happy that Christiansburg has come on board with us. And so this is a partnership with Christiansburg, and the programming is the same on both channels. Eventually, what my plans would be to take that information and do a web stream for people who don't subscribe to those cable channels. You could go to our website and see what's happening, or we also have these meetings, for instance, on demand on our website. If you miss a board meeting and you want to know what happened, you can go to our website and check that out. YouTube, love YouTube. YouTube used to be that you could only put up a little bitty tiny video. Didn't really help us out that much as far as communicating with citizens. We started our YouTube site in 2008. Well, we'll probably have more than 140 videos uploaded by this time, with 92,000 views. Videos are played all over the world, amazingly enough. And we're able to upload videos. We had a Board of Supervisors meeting that went on for 4.5 hours this past Monday night. We uploaded the whole thing to YouTube. We didn't used to be able to do something like that, but now we have a lot of space that we can put things up on that site. Let's see, the old Lexburg Middle School video, I know that wasn't controversial in our community. Everyone agreed what we were going to do with that property, but yet we still got 5,300 views on that particular subject. And what we did was we sent our videographer into the building where you could actually see the mold, the rodent debris, the floorboards coming up off the basketball court. I mean, it's one thing to say this building is dangerous. You look at the outside of the building, it looked fine. It looked like a brick building. You go inside and you could really see through this video that there were major problems with the old Blacksburg Middle School. And that's our YouTube site. This is a little dated. We just introduced our 2013 annual video report. Hope you'll take a look at that. We had a lot of fun doing that. We also post the school board meetings up here as well. Christiansburg posts their own meetings on their website. Citizens Academy is another great partnership we have with Christiansburg. Those are just some scenes from some of the things we've done in 2011 and 2012. As you can see, we've been right here at the library. They've been down to the water plant, checking out the fire engines, and people got to take a trip around the block on the fire engine. Amazingly enough, when we went down to the public works site in Christiansburg, one of the most fascinating things was seeing how the workers will scope the sewage lines, and that was a big hit. So, it's amazing what goes on behind the scenes in local government. It really does affect everything you do every day in your life. And we have had a lot of fun with it. That's Jerry Higgins. He's getting ready to retire from the NRV Regional Water Authority. He was fantastic. And those are just a few of the awards and recognitions we've won over the years. guess that's about it for us.
Okay, thanks, Ruth. With that,